All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to unpack the world of Shift in Blue. This is a story that's really special. It mixes that high concept science fiction we love with some seriously sharp social commentary. It's all about oppression, a global awakening, and, believe it or not, a fight for the very soul of the planet. And really, the entire story boils down to this one single question: where do roots go when the ground forgets them? I mean, just think about that. It's about identity, it's about belonging, and what happens when the very foundation you built your life on just doesn't recognize you anymore. This is the emotional heart of everything we're about to explore. So, let's set the scene. Picture it: Chicago. The year is 2026. But this isn't your typical loud, flashy dystopia. No, this world is suffering from a quiet, creeping kind of oppression. A world of silence. And it's right here that we first meet Dr. Amara Jordan. This quote from Amara, it just cuts right to the heart of her struggle. She's looking at her dad's old jazz club, a place that was a survivor. It made it through riots, redlining, all of it. But in the end, it was just indifference that killed it. Silence. That feeling of being quietly, slowly erased is the reality for Amara and so many others in this world. So what's causing all this? Well, it's not some cartoon villain. It's a system. And Amara's son, Isaiah, who's this brilliant kid, he and other activists have a name for it: the stain. The stain is why medicine disappears from Amara's clinic, why the news is all propaganda, and it's why people who dare to speak up, like Amara's own husband, just vanish. But just when things feel their most bleak, when the silence is deafening, something begins to change. We shift from this pretty grim reality to the story's big mystery, a strange, almost ancient phenomenon that starts bubbling up from the earth itself. This phenomenon is called the hum. And get this, according to the lore of the story, it's this ancient vibration coming from a giant crystal at the Earth's core called the Tone Keeper. It's like the planet's own heartbeat. And for people who are actually open to feeling it, the hum brings this incredible clarity, a deep sense of calm, and it unlocks a power inside them they never even knew they had. And what's so interesting is that the hum doesn't hit everyone the same way. It's more like a chorus of different callings. For Amara, the doctor, it's a source of comfort, and she starts seeing visions of a totally new life. For an artist named Ziva, she hears the melody for a powerful, world-changing song. For Isaiah, the coder, he senses a whole new way to use technology to fight back. And even for Marcus, a politician who's lost everything, it gives him a brand new mission. Now, these aren't just a bunch of random individual awakenings. They start to connect, to weave together into something way, way bigger. This is the beginning of an active, hopeful, and really powerful movement. This is the shift. So how do they fight back against the stain? Well, their response, all fueled by the hum, organizes itself into 4 main pillars. There's an anthem, which creates a cultural awakening; a return, which is a physical and spiritual migration; a resistance, which is a secret digital war; and an awakening, a deep spiritual reconnection. It's basically their 4-pronged plan to change the world. Let's start with the anthem. This is all sparked by Ziva Bell, a global superstar. The hum gives her the inspiration for this song, "I'm Done Asking." And these lyrics, wow, they perfectly capture this feeling of taking back your power. The song, of course, goes viral almost instantly and becomes the soundtrack for this brand new global movement. Then you've got the return, and we really see this pillar through Amara's own personal story. It starts small, a letter and a seed from her cousin in Ghana. She starts to see a new future. This idea spreads like wildfire, this call to return to ancestral lands, to build something new. And for Amara and Isaiah, it all leads to them landing in Ghana, where they're greeted with Akwaba. Next up is the resistance, which is basically a covert war being fought in the digital world. You've got Isaiah, this coding genius, working with his ally Claudine and the politician Marcus. They're fighting the stain in the shadows. For every tool of control the stain has, like digital surveillance or censorship, the resistance builds a counterattack. Encrypted networks, secret digital libraries, even rerouting medical supplies to where they're actually needed. It's a brilliant rebellion. And finally, at the very core of this whole thing is the awakening. This is the spiritual engine of the movement. It's centered around these gatherings called the listening fires, which are led by this mysterious, timeless seer named Imani. These are sacred spaces where people can connect directly to the hum, heal, and remember the power that was forgotten. So, you've got this amazing global harmony starting to build. Artists, healers, hackers, all working together. It's beautiful. But you know something this powerful isn't going to go unnoticed, right? It awakens a sleeping giant. And suddenly, the threat gets a whole lot bigger. And this is the moment where everything changes. The Stain realizes its real enemy isn't just a group of people, it's the planet itself. And you can't just censor a planet. So the Stain has to change its tactics. And the fight escalates from a battle for freedom to a battle for the Earth's very survival. All of a sudden, these completely bizarre, destructive events start popping up all over the world. Hundreds of birds start falling out of the sky. Freak storms out of nowhere pop up in odd places. The sands of the Sahara Desert start shifting in ways that are physically impossible. The activists connect the dots and they suspect it's all one thing: a new weapon from the Stain called the Resonance Diverter, designed for one purpose. Which brings us to the final epic question of the entire story. The stakes are now literally planetary. This isn't just about fighting an oppressive government anymore. It's about saving the very vibration of life that holds the world in balance. So, can this unlikely crew, this network of artists, healers, and hackers, actually save the Song of the Earth itself? Get your copy today of this fascinating tale, Shift in Blue, at shiftinblue.com. Then add your voice to those with solutions.